Are you ready?
Yeah. So we're episode. You got your precursors.
I hope I did.
Well, you already built one, right? Or you always build one before you start now?
I'll have to build one after we're done.
Okay, so you'll talk about episode.
I'll
5.
sit in a room by myself, really lonely, set up everything, and just talk to myself.
I do that a lot.
Do
well,
you?
I don't because I'm.
Yeah. Well,
at 9 o'clock I do that. One, two, three. Welcome to episode 5. We are caffeinated and confident. I'm Harlow.
I'm JP.
And today we're going to talk about big picture view. I think people get lost on the small things, and JP had a good point.
It's all about perspective.
All about perspective. So you got to sometimes look up, get away from that 6 inches in front of your face, and be aware of what's going on around you. There's always more out there, and I think we get lost on the small, insignificant things in life.
We get so focused on that we get blinders to what else is going on, really, and that's a negative.
Yeah, very negative. Potentially, you're missing out on the true opportunities that you want by doing that, or you're blocking your goals yourself. You know, you feel like the blockade is your boss, your coworkers, or life in general, but in reality, it's you being so micro focused on negative stuff.
Right? No, I get it. And that was a great way you're missing out. You know, don't focus. You're so focused, like you say, on the micro. You're not looking at the macro.
Yeah, I believe. Or
yeah, and it's all about that perspective.
Yeah. Like we talked, like you don't know the person beside you, what they're going through, but you may be judging, and it may not be the person, you know, or you may get this email that seems like you're seeing it as a negative, and it's just actually a push to get things done with everybody else. They're not attacking you, they're just trying to get a job done. But I feel like we all, or not all, but a lot of people, just a little small thing will ruin their entire day. You know?
Yeah, or either, it ruins their day, or they don't see past that. So it's like, you always use the example, being in traffic. You're honking the horn at the guy in front of you or the girl in front of you because they're not driving the way that you think they should drive, but yet, big picture-wise, you're going to make it to wherever you're going. You're going to make it home. You're driving in a car, You've got some sort of, you've got gas, you've got, whatever, a destination to go to. I mean, like, your day's going to keep going, and the fact that you just won't let that guy, well, that you're letting that guy,
affect your day,
and you're so focused on how it affects you, but you don't know what that guy's has going on.
Exactly. And especially in today's time, you're in your car, like you said. You have a car. Well, you're probably doing pretty well already.
Yeah, and you're winning at life. You have a car.
Yeah, and there's plenty of other things to take your mind off whatever that is. Hey, check out our podcast possibly. I don't know. But there's there's plenty of entertainment, music, podcasts, things to get your mind off of that craziness. So don't let that be the end of your day. Even though it's supposed to be the start of your day. Don't let that end your day. And I think that helps us roll into really kind of the scenario I've been seeing more lately in the world of entertainment. We're so concentrated, seriously, that the whole line, look past the 6 inches in front of your face, is because we have our phones in our face. We have our laptops in our face. We throw our earbuds in and zone out, and we can't see past 6 inches in front of our face. I think sometimes people are missing that the communication with other people, or sometimes communication is not like you're doing like we do and have, hour talks about life. Sometimes it's simply being like, hey, how's your day?
Right.
And you get that quick answer, hey, I'm having a pretty good day. Well, at least you show some concern, compassion, connection with someone else. I think in order to disconnect from social media or electronics, you have to connect with real life things, real life people. And again, we love our coffee, and we both go to coffee shops quite a bit. And that really is what has is leading me into this conversation is being in a coffee shop nowadays, and you walk in and someone has their laptop, their phone, and their earbuds in, and they're sitting at a table that is designed for 4 people, but they don't know anything going on around them. Yes, they may be working, and I get that. You may be studying a lot of college stuff going on, getting your doctor's degree. I don't know. But I feel like they're missing so much. Like, just sometimes kick back, maybe close that laptop, turn the phone over, and you don't have to talk to somebody. Just watch the interaction of other people, and you can get some more perspective in life. Last time I was in there, I kind of did that just for my own, mental health, I will say. And having a pretty good day. I'm going to hang out at a coffee shop, after lunch. So,
right. Yeah.
Nothing's going wrong, right, in life. Looking around and you see, the dad come in with the 3 kids and he's doing it himself. And you see a lot of moms do that all the time. It's always a little different when dad's in charge. And, guy, he's handling it well. You can tell the stress is there, but he's having fun with his kids. Right behind him, I see another customer come up. They never looked at the person at the counter. They looked at their phone the whole time, ordered, and you could tell that kind of set that negative tone for the person taking the order. They just, you're setting tones based, posture, especially when your head's down and you're looking, but also you just didn't make that connection that you could have made. Simple connections. And connections are good for us, of course, mentally, which dials into us being better physically. So that's my whole take is, man, just look around the world, like in your world. I'm not saying you got to do a world travel, but just pay attention to your surroundings and, take the time to really see what's going on and don't have those blinders on.
No, I agree. And it's like, this technology that we're talking about, it's definitely amazing. It only adds to our life. I mean, it gives us the opportunity to do the podcast or to be involved in a lot of activities that we may not have previously had the opportunity to be involved in, or groups that we're involved with. And it definitely allows people to connect, and it eliminates that distance between you. Mm-hmm. I get it. Like, it's great. We all use it.
Yes.
But we talk about that balance a lot in here. And I feel like you do need that time away from that to sort of, not reset, but to take in that change of perspective, to really take a different look, not only at your world, but at the larger world, to see, oh, okay, this is what's really going on. This is what's happening in my community or even in my support system that we also talk about. You have to take the time to set that aside and really get like that first person, like one-on-one type of interaction, because it's important. You need that not only for mental health wise, but you need that just to, because it I don't know, it gives you a better understanding of life, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
Definitely. And kind of go back to your point, the more understanding of life that we have or we try to get, the small things start to kind of dwindle away. They don't get on top of you that hard. That you get that one email in the morning that burned your whole day, and it's really, and I keep going back to email because I live in the email world.
Somebody emailed you something bad one day, Steve.
I know. Every day.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk. Yeah. We need to talk about that. But yeah, or I don't know, I hate to be mean, I think too we're getting into that world where, oh man, I posted a really cool picture on social media and I only got 3 likes. And sadly some people really go down a bad wormhole over that. Like
it's a real thing now.
Yeah, too many studies are showing that. Or, man, I did this epic video on YouTube and no one watched it. Or very few watched it, right? And you're like, wow, man, what happened? It was entertaining, I thought, or
right.
Or I really enjoyed it. But I think some people need to get into that, right? I really enjoyed it, so.
But that's just it. It's like, are you doing it just for people to, for them? You've got to be doing it for yourself.
Correct. Yeah. Awesome point.
So.
Yeah. Awesome point right there. Yeah. You're sharing your world with others, and if you're doing that, you should just be like, whatever happens, right?
Yeah.
I want to share this moment because I think it's a special moment or a cool moment, or I want to sell my T-shirts.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. So you just have to let it go, right? Once you set it out there, be like,
look at that bigger picture. Hey, I'm going to continue doing this, and it'll grow on its own organically almost, or you'll get better at whatever sharing platform you're using, and the followers will come, the likes will come, your community will grow, and you'll learn from taking time to look at other people's posts or videos or communicating with them.
Yes.
And then it'll in turn enhance your craft, whatever that might be.
by far.
It's a circle, man.
And we can't express it enough. We are huge people on community. Like, the community is the only thing that can really build up the world. Like, you have to start community, right? And community can be 3 people, 2 people. It doesn't have to be 1,000, 2,000. You know, I think a lot of people get lost in that. Like, man, there's only like 10 people in this group. I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah, they think there's a size or a starting size to a quote community, but there's not.
There's not. No, community is truly that, like we talk, support system, and going back to it, having real conversation. So
real life stuff here in Nashville last night. So I'm outside of the gym and everything, and people know here I've got a YouTube channel, and we do the podcast here, but I'm also part of a group called the No Small Creator Group. It's a Facebook group, and it's started with this guy Cody Warner on YouTube and his daily vlog, and he really pushed this movement of there is no such thing as a small creator. So we all have a platform online. We all get together on the Facebook group, but we actually had the time or the opportunity. He was in town. He was in Nashville. We had the opportunity to meet last night, real person, face to face in a group setting where we could share whatever's going on and talk about, roadblocks that we all have, or different gear, or, different whatever we have going on. And it really drives not only creativity, but it drives like, hey, there's people out there that are struggling the same as I am. Or, hey, I had a roadblock, but this guy just told me this is how you get around it. I had the same thing going on. And it really takes I hate to keep using the word perspective. It changes your perspective, but it also it opens up to a world of opportunity. It's like, now I've met this person. Now I've learned how to do whatever was blocking me. Or hey, I've met some people that I can now collaborate with, or that I want to have on the podcast.
Ding.
So I mean, you can have that online or social media interaction, but if you have that chance, that real in life
chance
to sit down and talk to them one-on-one, takes it to a new level.
Right.
New level.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a lot of good friends kind of in that same category. Wednesday night, I got a good friend of mine. We both have kids. We're both working. Like we talk, life's busy. He's got his own little project where he's, doing some, it's not marriage counseling, but he's really, talking to the guys in the marriage, or guys who are about to get married, and be like, it's a little different in life.
Yeah.
But we text back and forth all the time. But just being able to spend, seriously, time got lost, right? We hung out, and we're old men now. But when I walked out of the place, I was like, man, this is really good. Like, I just felt really good. I knew Friday was going to be a little slow because I was going to get in bed late, but so worth it. Like, right? And it got me flowing mentally.
It does.
On, all right, what's the next step I need? What platforms do we need to use? Getting with JP and making sure we're, driving each other in the direction we want to go. It was just, and it wasn't even a planned conversation, right? He just stopped by the gym. We hung out, and it was like, hey, man, I got time for dinner. You got time for dinner? Yeah.
But those are the best, conversations, or the best times,
right?
When it's just spontaneous and it's not really planned, and you just go and you hang out.
Yeah. And you see people's emotion, and you see people's interest. Like, text message sometimes are very flat, right? They're very non-emotional, and some people take them wrong. Like, you can.
Yeah, because there's a whole another side to that. Like, those like you can't really see it, but you sense something and people take it the wrong way. There's a whole book on that.
Right, whole book on that. And honestly, I think that's where the emoji really started. I'm not a huge emoji guy, but
I'm only going to text you an emoji now.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
so excited. I will never answer. But I do use them. But sometimes I honestly think that's where the emoji platform really, besides entertainment, came from. Is because when someone just says, "I'll see you there," some people are like, "Oh, well, normally they send me like a 3-line text." Well, now smiley face. I'm happy to see. I don't know, but I just feel like, sadly, we're into that, right? We're so deep into lack of real conversation that we got to see pictures in the book to keep interested or feel it. But yeah, I just think real conversation is so therapeutic. Just that mental health, mental wellness, great on that. And then it sparks my creativity in workouts, also, or in my, we always talk about motivation, but it just gives me that energy.
It does. And you feed off of that.
Yeah.
And that's what we need is we're all here living, a life together. So it's like share experience, share lessons that you learn, build relationships with, people like you or people, friendships, because it's your life. You got to live it. It's like that community. It's got to be there.
Got to be there. And it, as we always kind of make that circle back, you got to get outside that 6 inches in front of your face, and we can take it all the way back. Great example, taking it all the way back to episode 3 with Lee. That's what he had to do. He got so trapped within that 6 inches in front of his face in the corporate world that once he took a step back and be like, man, my family's suffering from this, his whole perspective changed. And Lee's a great dude, awesome dude, but I think at that moment he became a better person. You know what I mean? Like he
absolutely.
Knew. I didn't know him back then because he didn't have the coffee shop, but you could see it in the interview we did with him. The joy that he had from making that.
Because he wanted that connection with his family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think, too, he connects more with other people.
Exactly. And there he builds that community relationship with people who come in.
Yeah.
Like you. You wouldn't have known him.
Right. And now I'll go in there and there'll be someone else sitting in there hanging out because they want to hang out. Lee's a great guy. Hang out, talk to him. And then I'll start talking to them and find out some really cool information and make a new connection or whatever. Yeah,
and you never know who you're going to run into or who may be able to, help you out. Or you never know, man. You just never know. So just take the opportunities that you have that are out there and just, build those relationships, man.
Relationship is key. And especially as a married person, you got to, again, you got to take in the whole perspective of what's going on because sometimes the chaos is it's 6 inches in front of your face. You have a child crying right in front of you, but then you don't pay attention that your other kid is needing help too, or that your wife needs help, or vice versa. The wife doesn't realize you need help because you're about to drown. So take the breath, step back, and pay attention to your surroundings and not just the immediate now. No matter how bad the immediate now can be, and a lot of people struggle. I definitely understand that. It can be better, or you can make it better.
Exactly. And is it really like that small thing that's in front of your face, that 6 inches? Is it really big picture wise? Is it really important? I mean,
yeah, right.
It's like I don't know, like the small things we get upset about. Does that even matter when there's for instance, like a health issue in the family?
Yeah.
No, because big picture-wise. So.
Yeah, big picture-wise, you're that small, you won't even remember what that
small
thing was.
It goes away, yeah.
If my wife ever called me with something that happened to the kids, I wouldn't even know I was at work because I'd already be, your mind,
yep.
You go. And yes, probably some people will argue, well, no, that becomes a small thing. Well, but I get it, but it's the real human the real human connection small thing.
Exactly.
Versus the electronics or
the likes on your post, because none of that stuff would matter.
Right. and you probably wouldn't even know if you had your phone in your pocket.
Right. So if it didn't matter, big picture wise, it shouldn't matter small.
Big picture wise, and I think by taking that perspective, it really helps you connect. Right.
It does.
Like once you step back out of the matrix, if you will, you step back and you look at the world around you. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite things every morning, it really helps jumpstart my day, is I go to Frothy Monkey, I get my coffee, but I talk to the employees there. 15, 20 minutes. We're not, talking about world events and all that. Just back and forth. Hey, how's your day starting? This, that, hey, what's going on this weekend? But just actually that human connection just gets my day going.
It does, and you need that before you dive into work-related stuff, or before you walk into the business and somebody's yelling at you.
Right, exactly. And for me, usually, there's a lot of chit chat at work with people as you walk by, but I usually walk into work, clock in, and I go to my office and start banging out stuff. But I'm in an office to myself, right? So unless I step outside that office, which I have to do, for my own mental health, which we used a lot in this conversation. Step outside the office and just, say hi to some people. Hey, how's your weekend? How's your kids? But really mean it. Don't just
don't just walk by and I hate to say, don't bullshit people. People know that.
Yeah, don't be the politic. Don't go politic and shake hands, kiss babies just because you want to be seen. And go find out about people. Have
a genuine interest in what they've got going on.
Yeah,
and it comes across. They know,
and sometimes
people can tell.
Yes, they can by far. But sometimes even those people that may not have a true interest in you. But if you kind of break that barrier, because they may be struggling with something. They may be just head down and focused on the work because they're having trouble at home with whatever, kids, wife, their car broke down. In today's traffic here, they might have got in an accident that morning and just, got into work because they had to pay the bill on the accident. You start to find that stuff out, though. And then once you care about them, it grows, right?
Sure.
You get that caring community. And if the community doesn't care, then it's not really a community. I think that's a fair statement, right? Or
sure. Well, there'll always be people out there that may not be a part of your immediate community, but you know them, but they don't really care what's going on. But yeah, your core community, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all about caring. And as we talked in here, we're about 40 members strong, and times are all different. And the 6 a.m.ers don't really know the 6:30 PMers, like they know them and they know what's going on. They don't see them every week. They may not see them for a month.
But when we do have a large event or a group activity here, we're here and we're interested in what's going on with each other. And we're not all stuck on our phone taking,
selfies and, Instagram posts. And everybody takes pictures.
Don't get us wrong. We do that.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to make sure it's on. But it's not our main concern, right?
There's a balance there. And we preach that a lot.
Balance is key, man.
Balance, community,
Yeah.
It's like our key pillars, and for our platform, it really is.
Yeah. And it's without balance, you'll go crazy.
You'll fall.
Yeah, you'll fall. And it goes to the physical form of balance, right? Hey, without balance, you're going to trip and fall. That's just fall down because you don't have balance. And I think we can't say it enough. Balance will take you a long way. Balance in that life will take you a long way.
Sure.
Open the doors and make you happy.
Yeah. So open your doors, open your eyes to this larger perspective of what's going on, and grow.
Growth is key. No matter again, back to our platform. I think JP and I, the physical aspect of what we do here at the gym is I don't want to have to use a walker when I'm 70.
And I may have to, but I'm going to take steps to everything I can do to not.
I just want to be the best health when I'm older as I can be. Things happen. But like I said, I'm going to take that step, balance everything out. And that's what we are all about. Having a true joyful life.
Exactly.
And not letting the little things bury you.
Yeah, I agree.
But, man, as always, Saturday morning conversation.
Saturday morning we run into each other at the coffee shop. Great conversation.
Great conversation.
Great coffee led to great conversation.
That happens a lot.
It does.
In life. And sometimes occasional alcoholic drink will do the same thing. So I think, will that wrap us up on this Saturday
wraps
edition?
us up. Episode 5.
Episode 5 in the books.
I would go ahead.
No, you start us.
I was gonna say, give us some feedback. Let us know what you guys think. Episode 5 or any of the episodes leading up to here.
Yeah, definitely. And we really are pushing that episode 3, but that episode 3 really sparked a lot in my head.
It did. It really sparked. It was almost a turning point. Like it clicked something. So
yeah,
more to come with that type of setup, I think.
Definitely. And we want to grow this platform and make it a huge community of a support system. So as JP said, please comment. Let us know your thoughts. We're grown men. If you hate it, tell us why.
Right, yeah.
But we are truly trying to push something. We want to push a movement, not just a podcast.
Exactly. So,
all right. Well, as we always say, episode 5 in the books. I'm Harlow.
I'm JP.
And we'll see you on episode 6.
See you later.